Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Gala Games price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I expect to play out here on the Gala Games chart. And before I do that, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also consider checking out the channel membership, and allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by giving you a brief of what has been happening, where you can see that Gala Games had been trading within these low prices. Then we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, obeying the Elliot structures, and in that movement to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $0.85 mark. I'm terming it as a higher Elliott wave count 1 to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we have been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective structure, which has now taken us back to around the $0.015 mark. And in that movement to the lower side, I'm terming it as a higher Elliott wave count 2, and whatever we expect next after seeing the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 2 is an impulsive movement to the upside in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upside, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.36 mark, and giving you the short-term scenarios because this is the long-term scenario that I'm expecting to play out here on the Gala Games chart. On the short-term scenarios, I'll be starting that here on the daily chart by first giving you a chart pattern that has been in formation here on the daily chart, which is a falling wedge, which is right here. You can see that it has been well respected, giving us more than 3 touch points, and I'm expecting the moment we manage to break above the 20-day MA, then there are chances of continuing to push even higher, see a breakout out of the falling wedge to the upper side, see a retest of this upper trend line, which is right here. Then once that happens, then we can continue pushing even higher. That is the first possible scenario that can play out, basing it on the chart pattern that we have here on the daily chart. And jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, where you can see that before we made our low at around the $0.015 mark, we had been trading within this channel, which is right here. So a breakout out of the channel to the lower side, so a retest, and continued pushing even lower. And after that breakout out of the channel, we also formed another chart pattern which was a triangle, and it gave us a breakout to the lower side, and its target area has been fully maximized by going back to around the $0.01566 mark. And after making our new low, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upside, which has been obeying the Elliott wave structures, and that is what is going to give me the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the Gala Games chart. And this movement to the upside after making this new low has been obeying the Elliott wave structures, and there are two ways we can have that ABC, that is that Elliott wave structure here on the Gala Games chart. And the very first way we can have that Elliott wave structure is terming this as the first wave to the upside. Then whatever we saw right here might be the formation of that second wave. Then whatever we are seeing at the moment might be the formation of that wave 3. Then expect a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. And getting to see whether this second wave has done the minimum that we expect a second wave to do by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave down there to the high of the wave 1. That gives me a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of a second wave between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, but you can see we retraced back into the area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, and we saw a reaction of the fib level 0.5. so that means there are still chances that this is a valid second wave to the lower side, and whatever we are seeing right here might be a reaction of the fib level 0.5 in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 3, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.01841 mark. Then we once that happens, we can expect a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to the upside. And to confirm that this might be the formation of that wave 3, you can see we have managed to break above the wave 1 high, and that means there are chances that this is a valid wave 3, and we might continue seeing a bit of an impulsive movement in the formation of this wave 3 to the upside. Also, given that we have the support of the 20-day MA, there are chances of continuing to push even higher. That is the first way we can have that Elliot wave structure here on the Gala Games chart. The other possible way we can have that ABC correct, that is that Elliot wave structure, is establishing this as a first wave to the upside, making our peak at around the $0.017 mark. Then having that as the wave 1, I'm expecting a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a second wave before we see a wave 3, then expect a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. And assuming that this is the high for this first wave, then we can sketch out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of a second wave, using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the first wave down there to the high of that first wave. And that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which perfectly lies between the $0.01629 mark and the $0.01609 mark. And that is the minimum that I'll expect this second wave to do before we see a wave 3, then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. So let's be patient and see which Elliot wave structure is going to be obeyed. And once that happens, then we can stick to one scenario, then expect even higher prices to come our way here on the Gala Games chart. Also, taking a look at the indicators here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 56 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the upper side. Also, taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we have printed a bullish cross, but we are yet to see an increase in the buying momentum. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.